How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to Rangers Rundown. It has been 12 days since we got to watch the Rangers play, and this isn't exactly the game we would have liked to watch coming after the Christmas break and the COVID pause, but I think there are ways we can not overreact to tonight's game. So I won't call them silver linings, but I'll call them non-overreactions. So let's get into it. Rooney, Lindgren, and Georgiev are all in protocol. Now, Georgiev, that wouldn't have mattered much. Shesterkin would have played anyway. Losing Lindgren hurts because Fox was shackled up with Hayek for tonight's game. Rooney is a very nice player to have on that fourth line. We had to have McKegg centering that fourth line without Rooney on it. So would that have made a difference? Maybe. Fourth line had a couple of really good shifts tonight, so maybe Rooney being in there and on the penalty kill, maybe that turns the tide. Having Lindgren in the lineup, I think absolutely turns the tide a little bit. The Rangers did play decently well defensively. Third period, not so much, but they're not in a worse place than they were 12 days ago. I'll put it that way. They're not in a better place, but they're not in a worse place. Considering who was out of the lineup, they haven't played in 12 days. They're playing a great team away. I think we cannot overreact to this game. Kreider, Zibanejad, Kakko, Panarin, Strome, Hunt, Lafreniere, Hedl, Gauthier, Gooney, McKegg, Reeves, Miller, Trouba, Hayek, Fox, Nemeth, Lundqvist, and Shesterkin in net. 30 seconds in, Kakko gets a flippy chance in front. Minute and a half in, Florida has a full shift of pressure. They have a lot of offensive weapons on that team, and if you give them enough time and space, they are going to score. 3.5 minutes in, Reeves sets up Fox, and then Fox sets up Gaudreau right in front. 4:07, Kreider and Hornqvist bear hug along the wall, and that leads to them falling down to the ice and staying in a bear hug. So Hornqvist doing a lot of buggery on the ice tonight, just being a pest all around pretty much the entire game with a couple different Rangers. 4:19, Bennett takes a high sticking penalty. There's an early good chance for Zibanejad from the slot. Florida has a little bit of offensive zone time shorthanded. And then the fourth line gets about 25 seconds towards the end of that power play. Now, it was high sticked, so the refs were going to blow it dead as soon as the Rangers touched it, but then they just didn't touch it for like 5 or 6 seconds, and you're just wasting power play time. Like, touch the puck, get the whistle, get the face off. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it was just a brain fart. Florida had a strong shift after that. 11 minutes in, Reeves, big open ice hit, which led to about four to five straight hits between the two teams in the span of like 30 seconds. Fourth line has a great shift, and it was the team's first good shift since the power play. And then 11:08, Panarin would score the first goal of the game. A long outlet pass by Strome. He's one-on-one with Ekblad. He makes a fantastic move between his legs. He fans on the backhand shot that I think he would have wanted, but it doesn't matter because it sneaks underneath the pad for a nice opening goal to the game. 6.5 minutes left. A good save on Bennett by Shesterkin. Rangers are just letting up way too many good chances, and that probably has to do with Lindgren being out of the lineup. Maybe they're a little tired. They're playing against a very offensive-minded team, but they're just not clogging up enough to where Florida can't make plays. Florida was able to get a lot of grade A scoring chances early in this game. Shesterkin just stood tall for them. 4.5 minutes left, Zibanejad alone in the slot, but that wouldn't go in. Shortly after, Reeves, another open ice hit on Gudas. 16:20, Verhaeghe takes a tripping penalty. It was drawn by Hayek, so there you go, Libor. Minute and a half of good pressure by the first unit. They did everything except score. Florida has a shorthanded chance, though. Fourth line, couple chances in the final minute. A fanned pass by a Florida player leads to a second line chance with like 20 seconds left in the period. Shots 15-12 in favor of the Rangers and hits 18 apiece. 36 hits total in the first period alone. These teams were just beating each other up. Second period, 1 minute in, Hunt has a deflection that wouldn't go in. And then 1:32 in, Strome takes a slashing penalty, but another excellent penalty kill by the Rangers. Shorthanded offensive zone time during that penalty kill. Then at 5:09, Lundell would score a goal. It was a rebound off of a point shot. Nothing Shesterkin could really do about that. Right after that goal, Marchment marches right in. You see what I did there? He marches right in after the goal, and it looked like he was going to score. It was scary, but Shesterkin fought it off. 7.5 minutes in, third line, strong shift, keeping the puck in the zone. Really just doing everything they can, and it worked. They kept the puck in the zone. They cycled it. Didn't really shoot, though. That's what we would like to see more of from this third line. They have a lot of chemistry together. They're strong on the puck. They just need to shoot a lot more. 9:49, Gudas puts Hayek into the boards, but it was an accident. You could tell Gudas kind of tapped him on the pads after, said sorry about that. And then 12:43, Zibanejad scores a goal. Panarin sneaks up behind Gudas and steals it from him in the offensive zone. It's a 2-on-1 with Zibanejad. He puts it right in the net. So Rangers go up 2-1. 15:39, Hayek comes together with Lomberg and Hornquist after a whistle. And things get a little bit chippy with Hornquist again. Rangers are not fantastic at getting the puck out of their own zone. Too often tonight, we would see the Rangers have a chance to clear the puck and either fan on it or put it right on to a Florida player. It was getting very frustrating, especially in the third period when they're trying to score a tying goal. They just can't get out of their own zone. Final minute, Hornquist hits Fox and Hayek goes after Hornquist, so those two players come together for us the second time that period. 9:12, Hayek and Lomberg both take roughing penalties off of that ensuing scrum after Fox gets hit. So we have 4-on-4 to start the third period. Shots 8-7 in favor of the Rangers. So both teams not scoring as much, more defensively minded. Rangers still ahead in shots. Third period, close call by Florida in the first minute. 90 seconds in, Strome has a breakaway off a Panarin pass. And if that goes in, and the Rangers go 3-1, maybe they take this game. 3:39, Hayek takes an interference penalty, and Rangers kill it off again. One shot on goal between the two Florida power plays in this game. For all of the offensive weapons that Florida has, their power play is not good. 5:56, Weegar would score a goal, though, to tie it at 2 goals apiece. 6:25, Strome rings it off the post, so Strome misses a breakaway, and then Strome puts it off the post. 8 minutes in, Gauthier almost scores, but Bennett was able to get his stick in there and deflect that 2-on-1 cross-crease pass out of the way. Then a 2-on-1 the other way, but Duclair fans on the shot, but he would score later in the period, so he would make up for that. 10:31, Verhaeghe scores a goal to put Florida up 3-2. 3-2 to give him the lead, and then at 14:40, Duclair would score to be the knife in the heart of the Rangers. Would end up being the game-winning goal to put the Panthers up 4-2, and at that point, Rangers take a lead into the third period, and they end up losing the game. You never like to see that. Shesterkin to the bench with 2:50, but there was a whistle. He goes back into the net, face off. He comes back off. You know the drill. 19:15, Kreider would score. It dribbled through. He was right at the side of the net. He was able to put it in. So you're thinking 45 seconds left. That's plenty of time to win a face-off, get a play going, cycle the puck, and maybe look for a shot. So there was a glimmer of hope at the end of this game that the Rangers could at least tie it, get to overtime, and even if they lose, it's a point in the bank. Rangers score a timeout right after that goal, but they could not put anything together, and they end up losing 4-3. So the Rangers beat Florida 4-3 at home earlier in the season, and they lose 4-3 to them away tonight. So Rangers move to 19-8-4, still a pretty good record, but they play Tampa Bay on Friday. They play Tampa Bay on Sunday. They play Edmonton on Monday. Then I believe it's Thursday they play Vegas, and then they swing through California. Now they should be able to beat San Jose and Los Angeles, but Anaheim is a tough team. So 1, 2, 3, that's 5. Their next 5 games: Tampa Bay, Edmonton, Vegas, and I think Anaheim is after Vegas. Their next 5 games could be a disaster. We could see this team lose their next 5 games. We could see a 6-game losing streak from the Rangers. We could. We could see a 5-game winning streak. I don't think we will, but we could. I think these next 5 games, if Rooney and Lindgren are back in the lineup, I'll say that with the caveat. These next 5 games with a healthy lineup will be very telling about how well this team is going to play down the stretch and then in the playoffs. If they are abysmal over these next 5 games with a healthy lineup, you can't discount that. You can discount a loss here or there, but you cannot discount 5 awful games in a row. Does every team go through that kind of stretch in a season? Yes. But then again, this could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. And Shesterkin did let up 4 goals tonight. Some of them he probably wants back. Some of them were, decent looks. It's not like he was screened very badly. I want to chalk this up to haven't played in 12 days. Lindgren and Rooney are out of the lineup. They're playing a very good team, and they're not at home. I want all 4 of those things to be the reason the Rangers lost and not that this team's getting worse. Over the next 5 games, we'll see. In a week and a half, if we're talking about the Rangers have gone 1-4-1 or over their next 6 games, will we be in full-fledged panic mode? I don't think full-fledged. Because here's the thing. Pittsburgh, I believe, is 3 points behind the Rangers. But then after that, Columbus is 10 points behind Pittsburgh. So even if the Rangers do fall into a wild card spot and Pittsburgh takes over 3rd place, there is a pretty good, I think the last time I saw it, it was like 80-something% chance the Rangers make the playoffs. And as we know from seasons past, once you make the playoffs, it's pretty much a clean slate. So am I going to freak out if the Rangers go, including this game tonight, 1-4-1 in these 6 games? It's going to suck to watch as a fan. I won't freak out because the Rangers are pretty much guaranteed to make the playoffs. Because they won't play that until the end of the season. That's just not going to happen. Over this next stretch, it might. And it's going to suck to watch. And we could talk about all the different problems that would make this team better. Hopefully they get fixed. Will this team win the Stanley Cup this year? No. Would it be nice to see them make the 2nd round? Yes. And I think that should be the goal for this team this year, is to make the 2nd round, if not conference finals. I think 2nd round is a good goal. And I think if they make that goal, there's no reason to be disappointed with the season. We'll see who the Rangers attempt to pick up for this playoff push. Tomas Hertl has been a name that's been thrown around a lot. I know some people are still talking about Phil Kessel. I think Hertl would be a nice addition for the next couple months, just to get him into the playoffs, see if he can help do a little damage in the playoffs, and then in the summer move him, because this is the most cap space the Rangers are going to have for a while. And they should do something smart with it if they want to find a lot of success in the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. I'm rambling, so let's close this out. Shots 33-32 in favor of the Rangers. Faceoffs 44.8% for the Rangers. Power play 0 for 2. Hits 30-40 in favor of Florida. Blocks 16-9 in favor of the Rangers. The trivia question of the evening: who is the only goalie to win at least 100 games with both the Rangers and the Panthers? I had no idea, but apparently it's John Van Beesbrook. 200 wins with the Rangers and 106 wins with Florida. So good for him. But anyway, that's it. Rangers are back in action on New Year's Eve. So in 2 days, on Friday, we'll see if they can win against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And hopefully it's not 2 losses in a row. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next rundown.